Thank you for tuning in for the second episode of the Writing the Ropes podcast. Here with your host, Travis, accompanied by my co-host, Winston.
What up? What up? Back at it again with another video, bro. Back at it again.
Yeah, back at it. Got a lot to cover.
We got a lot to cover. Yeah, a lot, bro.
A lot some people may not agree with.
Yeah, I think everybody gonna agree with one thing. We already know. We already know what that is.
I have a feeling.
But nah, I'm gonna let you. So obviously, you know, we had the big John Cena retirement match, his last match, his final match, his send off. You know, I'm gonna let you take it away because I know you've been plotting on this for a few days now. You know, we both talked about the fact that we weren't going to talk about it. We were going to save it for the pod. So take it away.
Okay. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying, did I expect John Cena to win? No. That's just not the nature of the business. Did I expect him to tap out? No. There is a part of me that actually understands the poeticness of it, but I still don't agree with it. And I believe that bald fraud Hunter headed to ruin my GOAT's retirement tour. Like, I talked to you before the match. You know, we both have talked extensively on what we thought this match should look like. We both agreed with the way that Gunther was hammering home, making him tap, that submission was the only way that this match was going to end. And I've told you that you make him pass out. You don't make him tap. I get the poeticness of it and the story of it, that the guy who never gives up finally gives up. But I think with a star of the magnitude of John Cena, you keep that character intact. Like, you don't put that chink in his armor. I mean, I know what a lot of the fans are gonna say. They're gonna say, you know, oh, it was Cena's decision. Cena wanted to tap. And I don't care. That's one thing that Cena's my GOAT. You know this. But that's one thing that I've even told you that I dislike about Cena is he's too much of a corporate yes man.
So, you know, we agree on the fact that we knew he wasn't gonna win. That's fine, right? The way, like you said, the way that he lost is the big kicker, right? So, and I like the fact that, you know, we talked about, we watched Raw today. So, you know, at the beginning, it showed the vignette of the recap from Saturday night's main event, right? So I thought it was interesting how they conveniently decided to cut out the whole crowd reaction when Triple H, Hunter, and then you had Stephanie come out, Bruce Pritchard, basically everybody involved in the WWE decision making.
On the creative side of things, yeah.
Right. It came out. You got the crowd booing them out of the building, bro. The entire arena was pissed. And again, they're not pissed because of the loss.
No.
They're pissed because of how he lost. Now, again, like you said, if you have him pass out, I don't think you get that reaction.
I think that's what everyone was expecting.
If you have him pass out, you don't get the reaction you got. Now, having him tap out, you had him tap out, brother.
With a smile on his face.
Yeah. Smiled on his way out the door. Are we serious? Are we serious? We couldn't have come up with anything else. Okay. And, you know, I saw at, you know, towards the end, before they showed the send-off video, like, you know, the video where they were like, yo, look up at the rafters, and they showed him the video. When him and Hunter hugged, it was like, all right, y'all both knew the reaction you were going to get. Obviously, you knew the reaction that you were going to get from the crowd when you saw, like, when you made that decision.
Yeah,
so my question is, why would you make that decision? You didn't need to make that decision, especially for that opponent.
No, I think when it comes to this whole tour, the whole retirement tour, I think it was just a whole bunch of overthinking. The whole tour, I feel like, was overbooked and overthought. Like, you had it pretty much laid out right in front of you, and it was easy. But you got people who couldn't commit to being there through a story.
Dwayne,
the bald fraud, that care about wrestling.
Talking about goosebumps, man. Where are those goosebumps now?
Yeah, you see he tried to they tried to sneak the video in that he sent to like thank John Cena, and he had a post, I think it was on Instagram or Twitter, wherever it was, but post about it. And it's like, where were you at when you set off a whole story in motion?
Yep. I saw a video today uh where The Rock was saying, I think he was on ESPN or he was doing some podcast, some type of media format, but he was on there and he was like, yeah, his last match, he's talking about John Cena. He's like, yeah, his last match is going to be whoever he wants it to be. Well, that's contrary to everything that John's been saying because John's like,
I'm
well, it's
taking what they're laying in front of me.
so which is it? And you're like one of the top guys at TK and WWE
You're a
and
board
TKO.
member. You're on
You're
the
a board
board.
member. So it's like you should know these things, right? So which is it? Who's lying? I'm taking John Cena's word.
John Cena has never gave me a reason to think that he would lie about
Why?
something like this. Like, what's it? What does he gain from lying?
So that already right there is like, bruh. But okay. Let's
I'll say we could
you got
save more for a different time when it comes to
yeah. I mean,
that.
we can definitely tap into some more of Gunther because remember we talked about on the last episode why Gunther doesn't need the rub. So we saw Raw today. What do you think about that? Like, what? Not the show itself, but was it worth having Cena
Gunther
go
be
out
the
the way
guy.
he did for Gunther? Yeah,
Well, I even told you this when he came out while we were watching it. I said, what does he do next? Who does he go after next?
and
Like,
I told you I think you just keep him off TV until the Royal Rumble. He comes at the Royal Rumble. He comes back at the Royal Rumble, and then just squashes everybody.
that would probably be the best play to go about it.
Because I mean, it kind of honestly, it kind of goes back to the theory I had in the first episode when we talked about how it's kind of you said Brock and I'm saying okay maybe Roman and you're like nah not Roman but him and Roman could be the final two in the Rumble match and Gunther eliminates him and Roman would be which he is the holder of the record for most eliminations in the elimination chamber or not the elimination chamber but the Royal Rumble match and Gunther could eliminate him. And if they really wanted to go the extra mile, have him break Roman's record in the process.
You know, are we looking at building Gunther as like a next Brock Lesnar?
I
Is this
guess
what
so.
is
Because
this
I
what
guess
they're? I
so.
mean,
I guess so. Because I guess that, but if you really think about it, they need that.
they
They
do,
don't
but I
have,
feel like Gunther brings so much more than just being like that type of guy.
but he can be that guy.
He can. I'm not saying he can't. I just feel
Yeah.
like he's got more. He can bring more to the table than that. He's proved he can bring more to the table than that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm interested to see where they go. And like I said,
Yeah,
I don't want him to be because we talked about this earlier. Like anywhere they go with him from this point cannot be. He can't fight anybody. Like they showed AJ, but I don't really think you should do a program with AJ because now it feels lesser than. You just retired Goldberg. The next match you have is retiring John Cena. And
yeah.
now you're going to have a match against AJ Styles. Nothing against AJ.
But
Love
no,
AJ.
AJ's great, but
AJ is fantastic. But
with the way he's been booked, it's
it's like,
it's a
no,
it's definitely a step backwards.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So what's next for him? Probably winning the Royal Rumble. Probably. And then who does he take the title off at WrestleMania?
It's got to be Cody. He's already had that world heavyweight.
Either that or
I
I
mean,
don't
they could
know.
run. You know, it's difficult because of how the world heavyweight championship picture is playing right now. Because it's like, do they do the Braun storyline? Do they push it to Mania and have that be like his crowning achievement for Mania? Is finally getting the belt off of Punk? I mean, I think he would get it sooner than that with how things are playing out. But I mean, I get do you with retiring John Cena? I guess what I'm trying to say is and him winning the Rumble and going on, does it make sense to run the program back with Punk if Punk were the champion walking into Mania? Or does that, because to me, that almost feels like in and of itself is a step back.
I I don't
Like, I
know.
feel like if he wins the Rumble, he's gotta take on Cody.
Nah, man, he could. Nah, he could definitely. He could just. He could. I. It depends. This is the thing. I
That's
think.
what I
I
said.
think.
It's
I think it. Just, I think it's really one of two things. I think if Seth is healthy and ready to go by Mania, you don't necessarily have to have Braun beat Punk. You could have. You could have Gunther win the Rumble and him fight Punk.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but what I was playing the devil's advocate as to saying is it feels like a step back because he's now instead of going after the title that he hasn't won, he's now going back after a title he's already won twice. Like after you retire Goldberg, after you retire Cena, and winning the Rumble, you should be getting the top side. You should be going after the top title in the
I
company.
have a question.
Go for it.
Who has the most world new now we're not talking about the old world heavyweight championship, but since the new world heavyweight championship has been unveiled, how many times has one person held it? Like a single superstar.
Well,
Has it
You have Seth, who has held it twice.
two times?
Gunther has held it twice, and
Two times.
technically Punk has held it twice.
Two times.
Those are all the people who have held that multiple times
Okay.
in the new lineage.
Okay. So is it really far fetched to believe that Gunther wins that title again? Makes him, he'll have the most reigns with that title, and that's basically his title. Because I mean, essentially, it's his title already, him or Seth. But if he wins it again and he has a lengthy reign, like a lengthy reign, almost like the Intercontinental reign, that will be his championship. It'll be, oh yeah.
That's cool, but it will never be the WWE title.
I mean, he could win that too, but he doesn't have to win that now. But I get what you're saying. I'm
What if
just
not now? When? That's the thing.
So if he goes for the other title, the WWE title, Universal title,
That moves him to SmackDown.
that's what I'm saying. So
Like
he goes to
that frees up
SmackDown.
a whole a whole lot of options for him over there. That's also what I'm putting in
When's the
my.
shakeup?
I don't know. I haven't
After
heard
Mania,
anything about
after
it.
Mania,
I'll
probably.
say it's usually after Mania.
Okay. All right. So let's let's talk about the actual card.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about the actual card. So Saturday night's main event was pretty good. Overall.
Yeah, I think
It,
it was actually really good
yeah,
for the most part.
I thought it was solid. There was a lot of good matches, a lot of I wouldn't say like shocking moments, but there were a couple moments or a couple matches that I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I did. Namely the Sol Ruka match. I
I
told
told
you,
you. I
bro,
told you.
she is fire.
I tried to tell you. I know you don't tap in with NXT too much, so that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I told you. And I purposely didn't go too much into detail because I'm like, you just gotta see. And
Bro,
it's like I told you, wait till you see the finisher.
she is absolutely amazing. Love it.
She's on the come up for sure.
Yeah.
Like
So,
she
oh no, go ahead.
star. That's all I was gonna say. Star.
Mm-hmm.
Star in
Easily. All right. So we got match one. We had Cody and Obafemi. What'd you think?
we got a DQ finish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like
And is that anything out of the ordinary for
and
WWE?
you gotta be used to it by now. But it
So,
kinda it just sucks though, because like a match like don't get me wrong, we will get Oba versus Cody eventually.
mm-hmm.
But like to have it there now for you and it's just like they tease you with it to
Mm-hmm.
have a DQ finish. It's like, I mean, I get it. You don't want to give either of the champions like a clean loss,
Right.
but man, what that match could have been.
It could have been,
So,
yeah. I mean, it was already good.
yeah,
It was already
it was
really
cooking
good.
it was on its way to
Or
being
what?
something really. I'm
What rating would we give it?
gonna give it an NA. Can't can't really rate it because you don't get a finish. You don't get the finish. It's like half a match. If I'm
Okay. I mean, that's fair. So yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that because I don't want to give. I'm assuming I don't want to give it a rating.
Yeah, because it's like if I rate it for like what it's supposed to get rated, like on the scale that it's supposed to get rated on, it's gonna be like a 2. But it's like that doesn't do the match that they did have beforehand justice. But that's also including the fact that there's no finish to the match. So it's just better to like not give it a rating because it's incomplete.
There's nothing. I don't know why it has to be every event that I watch. There's always
E-
a non-finish.
Every event, every show, like it
Yeah.
don't even have to be
No, I'm
like
saying every event. Yeah,
oh
like
like
every
yeah
show, every
yeah like
program, every
yeah
Raw, every
literally
SmackDown,
like
every PLE,
there's got
every
to be at least one, and it's like if you want to pull that on the weekly, TV shows, by all means. But like,
the PLE should be sacred.
yeah, like we should be getting definite finishes more than we are for some of these
All right. Well, so match 2. Oh yeah, Bailey and Soruka.
match of the night.
Oh, really?
Think so. I don't know. It's between
Yeah,
that and the
yeah,
tag.
yeah. It is. I think it is.
It's between that and the tag.
I think it
You
is.
put it. I'd probably put it slightly above the tag.
Soruka, I think, bro.
Like, I told you. Oh, I told you when we were watching it.
She is insane, bro.
She is ascending my favorite wrestlers to watch in the ring,
I'm gonna need
male or female.
one of these days, bro. We'll have to get her on the pod, bro. We'll have to get her on the pod, bro, because she is actually amazing, bro.
Yeah,
She is fire. Her work
she
in the ring
is
is
out of this
great, bro.
world.
She's crazy athletic, bro. Some of the moves that she was doing were crazy, bro. Like she was doing
Yeah, like
the
it.
what was it
I
like
found joy in hearing your reactions
yeah, bro,
to her moves because
bro.
it's like I've seen it. I've seen her wrestle, so it's like I've seen it before. But it's like when I know
She's doing stuff that I haven't seen any other women's wrestler do.
she's doing stuff I haven't seen any
Men
wrestler
do.
period do.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy,
Like
bro.
she is and she's ascending quick too. She hasn't been there but a few years at this point.
Yeah. She's gonna be the next
Mhm.
yeah.
And
We need to bring her up ASAP. ASAP,
she'll
somebody bring her up.
yeah, and it always helps when you go up against someone like Bailey. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna
Of
get a
course.
good match when you go up against Bailey.
Yeah.
Like
Bailey,
Bailey is a pro's pro.
she's bro, they have we talked about this on that last episode, bro. They have so much talent on the women's roster, bro.
Yeah,
So much talent.
it just sucks because so much of it with so much talent, like so much just kind of gets tossed to the side and not used properly.
Okay. So what do we rate that match? Best match of the night, right? You said?
Yeah,
So you would give it what out of 5?
probably give it a 4.25.
0.25. Okay, yeah. I'll do the same as you. I got my own opinions, I promise. I got my own opinions, but I'll go the same. We tend to agree on stuff like that. So but all right. So what we got match 3, which was the
Okay.
AJ, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Leon, what's the name? Leon Slater.
Leon Slater, yeah.
All right,
What you
so
what you think what you think of Leon Slater?
I thought he
I
was
know that
pretty
was your
tough.
first
He's
okay.
young. He's young, bro. So he's got a lot of energy. He likes to fly around the ring. He's I don't know, bro. He's not like I don't know. Like I wouldn't say that he's like the greatest wrestler I've ever seen. Right? He might not be that like, but he's young enough to keep developing and get better. He's good. He's good. He's
Yeah,
got
the
really
potential
good
is definitely
potential.
there.
Yeah, that ceiling is high for sure. 100%.
I just had to ask because I know that was the first time you were able to see him wrestle as well.
Yeah, him and I like Javon a lot.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
Javon's gonna be huge,
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, bro. He reminds like, and I saw the pod we talked to, and I talked to you about it when Swerve was talking about him, Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he does remind me a lot of Swerve, bro.
Yeah,
A
he's
lot. But he's good. He's good.
yeah, for
Um,
especially for as young as he is, to be that good at that young
that age,
is
yeah. They're
is
that's crazy. That's the
insane.
crazy part, bro. They're both like
21 years
21.
old. Yeah,
Yeah.
21.
Let me see. Let me see.
I would say Dragon Lee. Let's give credit to Dragon Lee as well.
Well, Dragon Lee and AJ. I was
I
getting
would
ready
say
to actually.
obviously AJ, but it's expected from AJ. We know what we're getting from AJ. I'm trying to give, I was just trying to give some props to the younger guys.
No, I get you.
Dragon Lee, that future is bright.
Yeah, he's gonna be gas. Well, he's
Like,
already gas.
yeah, he's already super gas, and being paired with AJ right now is gonna do nothing but wonders for him.
I was actually gonna talk about how AJ, bro, I'm actually hurt because I because I like AJ so much, bro. I want him to have more than this, if that makes sense. Nothing is wrong with Dragon Lee, and nothing is wrong with him being in a tag team, and nothing is wrong with him having a tag team championship run. Nothing about that I'm complaining about, but I want more for him in his last matches because I don't think people really realize that
We're
the
in the
same
last year of
thing,
AJ.
the same thing that we were doing with John Cena is happening with AJ. It's just going under the radar. He's not getting the flowers and the whole pageantry and stuff. He's
Well,
quietly
AJ doesn't give me the vibes that that's like how he would want to go out,
right. He's quietly putting on his last matches and he's doing it professionally. He's doing it to the best of his ability. And when he's
and he's
done, he's
still
done.
phenomenal, no pun intended, in the ring.
Exactly. And so, when him and Cena had their match a few months ago, what was it? Where was that at?
Was it a Clash?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
No, I don't. Was it Clash?
I think it was. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure it
know. I
was.
want to say it was in Saudi.
I mean, we can look it up. But when
Say
they
well,
when they had their match, I did see a clip where uh the before the match started, Cena had given a special intro
yeah,
for AJ, and when he said he was the definition of
total
total
nonstop
nonstop
action.
action, I was like, bro, that, and that's why I kind of want his last match to be under the TNA banner, but
It's quite possible with them partnering with WWE.
I want his last match to be under the TNA banner. He might do it, or he might do it in New Japan.
I don't think it's gonna be in New Japan.
He might. I don't know,
Well,
because I know
he
he.
said he's not wrestling after his 50th birthday.
What is he? 48, 49, right?
48, I believe.
Yeah.
49. He's
We're
got to be 49.
we're getting to that time, bro, where it's cooked. Like like I said, we're in his last matches.
Yeah, we're in a time where a lot of our people we grew up with are gonna be we're gonna be seeing them leaving here soon. You know, if you look
A lot
into
of them are already gone.
really, I mean, most of the ones I grew up with, are already gone.
Yeah.
There's really just Brock and Randy, Ray, Punk, AJ, really, Kofi, and R-Truth, and The Miz. All right, let me stop because I'm.
That's like 9 right there. But I
I would
mean,
say I'm killing. I'm
but
destroying my
then
own.
on this, it's like on the same token though, you lost HBK, you lost Edge. I mean, Edge is
I
there.
mean,
He's
Edge
still
still.
wrestling, but he's not there. So you lost Edge, you lost Batista, you lost Taker, you lost Wade Barrett, you lost. I mean, Wade Barrett's still there, but he's not a competitor.
He's commentating.
So I mean, I'm just saying, like on the same token, you can equally list off as many people gone as there are still there, and probably more people gone than there are still there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely more people
And
gone.
in that time frame that we're talking from like the 2000s, like on upward, or like the late 90s on up. So
Yeah,
that's kind of tough. All right, so the moment we've all been waiting for, match 4, Cena, Gunther. Yeah. So the match was slow.
very slow.
I watched the whole match, bro. The match was slow, bro. It was a snail's pace of
Like,
slow.
like,
Like
don't get me wrong. I know, like, Gunther's whole thing is to be slow and methodical. Like, that's how his matches are. That's just how it goes. But I felt like that match was even slower than like a normal Gunther match. And
yeah,
it's like there wasn't really much variety in the moves being used. Like it
it
just
was
felt
basic.
like
It was basic moves. Yeah, I mean, I get again.
for
I understand why, and maybe there was something other that we don't know, right? Maybe Cena was hurt. He could have been hurt. He could have had some type of ailment that he was like, all right, these are the bumps I'm willing to take. I'm not. It's my last match. I'm gonna try to do some stuff for the
Yeah,
crowd, but I'm not trying to take.
he's probably just trying to get out of there healthy, really is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
And then I seen he was talking on Insight, and he was talking about the fact of how hard it is to be an actor and a wrestler at the same time, because a lot of times he has to put up the money for insurance. Like the film studio won't cover his insurance for him to go
wrestle.
wrestle,
Hmm.
and have the risk of being injured and pushing back a movie and whatnot. So he's got to foot the bill for it.
Right.
So I can imagine that he would want to be careful and would not want to jeopardize any future projects he's got coming up.
Yeah, of course. Of course. No, I get that. And that's why I said that. I mean, that's why we agree on the pace of the match. I get that. But I'm just saying, for people who did not watch the match, if you haven't watched the match, prepare to, like, just make sure you got an energy drink or some type of caffeinated beverage.
Make sure you've napped.
Yeah. Just do everything you need to have as much energy
Make,
as possible,
so
because
make sure you're gonna
you,
need it.
yeah, you are going to be sitting there for a minute. The match wasn't that long. It's just the pace of the match was rough. But
Oh, they said it was like 24 minutes.
yeah, it wasn't a crazy long match, but it was just a long 24 minutes. The uh the ending, we all know the ending, bro. We know we had him tap, and we gave our opinions at the top of the show. Not a good look. Not a good look. His whole life, his whole career, based on hustle, loyalty, and respect. Never give up. And then you tap out, no pass out. Not a good look.
And then the ego on Triple H to like actually like come out there. Knowing like that should have been a time where Cena should have been able to, spend time with the crowd, soak it all in, and enjoy the career that he put forth in front of us. But with him coming out, it's like you have people booing at while Cena is retiring in the ring.
Right.
Like, you should have the wherewithal to sit back in Gorilla and wait for him to come back there.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
let Cena have his moment.
It's
You've already
respectfully
done enough damage.
it's respectfully as possible. Triple H screwed this up, botched it. Okay. Cena, this whole thing is all these people's fault. Hunter, your fault. Okay. Bruce Pritchard, your fault. Okay. John Cena, as much as I love you, your fault. The only reason part of it falls
Is
on you
because you
is
is you
because
just
you
let him
you
do it.
allowed them to do it. And you know that's not how people wanted to remember you by, bro. I understand. Even if you were like, again, we're not mad that you lost. We understand why you had to lose, but it's the
Nature of the
way that
business.
you lost. No.
Yeah, the whole retirement tour has left a bad taste in people's mouths.
And then it should have been The Rock. Somebody commented on one of our shorts earlier this week, and they were like, it should have been Cena versus Rock, and they both retire. And I was like, yeah, they
Yeah,
both
he said
should.
he said they should have dragged it out into to WrestleMania 42,
Yep.
and that was a retiring match for both. And honestly, that's probably the best way you could have went out with Cena. With how everything played out over this last year, that's how it should have played out.
So that's how Saturday night's main event played out. Did we can talk about our thoughts for SmackDown first before we get to Raw. The SmackDown leading into Saturday night's main event was okay. I mean, if you didn't watch it, you didn't miss too much. There were a couple
Really
of
not.
matches on there. What do we
We can
have?
quickly run through it.
Yeah.
Not too
So,
much happened.
what was the first match? Ciampa and Dragunov. That was a good match. That was match of the night.
Yeah, by far match of the night.
Yeah, match of the
That was
night.
an absolute slugfest.
Banger.
Yeah,
Banger
banger.
after banger after banger.
Like I told you that Dragunov, I believe, is one of the best in the ring right now.
Yeah. He is. But Ciampa is like that
But
too.
yeah, the
Ciampa's
Champa
like that
really
too.
like reminded people on Friday, like, yeah, don't forget I'm like that too.
Yes, bro. Like, and I love to see them being showcased where they're being showcased because now it's elevating the mid card.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Like,
Right.
e- elevating the mid card is the beginning of everything within booking becoming easier.
That's the key.
Really,
If the mid
if
card
you
is good,
build,
it unlocks so much.
yeah, because you can seamlessly flow people in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and it doesn't feel like and if your mid card is built up, it doesn't feel like a downgrade.
No,
It doesn't feel like a
it
demotion.
that's what it should feel like. It should feel like, okay, I'm not the world champion, but it's not equally as important, but it's a notch below. Like it's the 1B
Right,
title.
like right, like I can't get to there. I had my opportunity. I lost. Lost. I'm at the back of the line. So while I'm fighting my way back to the world title, I'm gonna go after this title.
Yeah, and I'm gonna squash everybody with this title. But nah, I mean that should be how it's used. But we talk about it all the time. And why it's not, don't know.
It's like
Sometimes they have moments in time where, like, obviously you put it on Cena, and then Cena made stars with it because he was doing the open challenge, right? You put it on Orton for a little bit. It elevated the title for a little bit, and then it goes back into obscurity. It's like you build the
yeah,
title up for brief moments, for brief months when you want to, and then you just say, nah. It goes onto a superstar that isn't ready for it or doesn't isn't booked right at the moment, and it fizzles out and it loses its luster, and now you're back to square one.
yeah. The only mid card title that's been decently booked the past few years is the Intercontinental,
Yeah, but it
and
hasn't really
and
changed
honestly,
hands that much. Like that's the reason why. Like when
yeah, because you had Gunther on that
that crazy tear.
historic,
Yes,
historic run. And
now
then you
Dom has
had
it,
Sammy defeat him, and now Dom has it,
and
and
the only reason he dropped it was because Cena wanted, or they wanted
they
Cena to
wanted to
have the Grand
give the
Slam.
Grand Slam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so and now he's got it back. So he's a two-time IC holder. But
right.
I mean, it hasn't changed that much. It hasn't changed hands that much.
But that's something that helps build legitimacy to the title, though. Is
Yeah,
when you have people that can hold on. Not saying everybody needs to hold on to it for an extended period of time, but when you have those people that can hold it and hold on to it for a while and actually go out there and fight, and take on all different types of challengers for it, that builds the credibility of the title because it builds that they're willing to do what they have to keep that title.
right.
It's like the women's mid card titles. Like you introduce them, and it's a good idea in theory, but it doesn't work if you're not going to execute on it. And they haven't executed on it.
Exactly.
But I won't get too much into that because I know we can get into that later in the show.
Yeah, we got a couple things. We still got a lot that we got to get to. We're gonna run through the rest of SmackDown quick, and then we'll get into Monday Night Raw tonight. So we had match 2, Alexa versus Last Legend.
That
Again,
match was
I don't. For me, I'm. It's nothing against her personally. We need a different name. Why are we doing Lash Legend? That's to me is just funny.
I,
That's just a funny.
I
It's a
don't know where the
name. It's
name
just a
came from.
name. I don't know who came up with it. I know it's just a name,
It's not just
but
a name though, because a name in the wrestling world means everything.
that's not. I don't. I think eventually she'll get repackaged. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think she's going to World Heavyweight Champion Lash Legend.
Doesn't have that ring to it to you.
Nah, not particularly.
I don't think she's even, to be honest, in my humble opinion, I don't think she's ready to be on the main roster.
Mm. Like you said earlier. I mean, we talked about it earlier on the phone. She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what the main roster needs is like those powerhouse. So those are always the prospects that tend to get moved up quickly if you think about it.
Yeah. No, I mean for sure. I mean, again, I'm not. It's nothing against her talent. I'm not dogging
Oh,
on her
like
for
I'm
her
not doubting
talent.
that she can't be something.
Yeah, it's just I think.
Where she's at right now, I just don't think it's should be on the main roster. I think she should still be cooking in NXT.
Yeah, right. Okay, so match 3, Miz and Javon Evans. What'd you think?
It's probably second best match of the night.
Yeah, I mean Miz matches are usually pretty solid. You know, they're
And then
not
when
ever
you
the best card on the or they're never the best match on the card, but they're never the worst.
it's a,
So
right, it's always consistent.
yeah,
And then when you include Javon Evans into it, you're always gonna get some type of energy.
right, exactly. So they mesh. I think they mesh pretty well in the ring together.
They
The
do.
chemistry is actually there.
That was a good match to have on SmackDown.
All right, and then match 4, Black. Oh,
Aleister
Aleister
Black and
Black
Zelina
and
Vega.
yeah, Aleister Black, Zelina, and Rhea. How was the tag match? What do you think?
It was solid. It was a traditional
Is this a
mix.
tag? Yeah,
Yeah, it was a traditional mixed gender tag match.
nothing really to write home about there.
No,
We had the Wyatt Six came out and cut a promo about the MFTs. So that storyline with the MFTs is still going with Solo. And I did see the clip from the prior SmackDown where Solo was talking about Bo Leave and talking about his
told
brother and all that. I was like,
yeah,
ooh,
I told you Solo cooked with that promo.
yeah, no, I wish I would have seen that live. That was dirty.
It's just
Solo, that
I'm
was
ready.
dirty, bro. That was
I'm ready.
dirty.
I'm ready to see the match though.
Yeah, no, for
They've
sure.
been
That's gonna
they've
be
been dragging
fire.
it out a little bit.
That's gonna be fire. And then you had Jade and Rhea.
Oh, they had a little. Yeah, they had that made just a little face off they had made me like, yeah, Rhea needs to move to SmackDown.
Yeah, she
It's
definitely
time.
needs to move to SmackDown so she can get away from all of the Kabuki Warriors and
She can get
Judgment
away
Day
from
and
yeah, she can get away
all
from
of
all
that.
that because it's played its course over there. She needs to get over to SmackDown. I want to see Rhea versus Jade.
Yeah,
Take my
I
money.
think everybody wants to see that.
Take my money.
Rhea versus Jade is definitely something we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
But yeah, we're gonna get it eventually. I think we're gonna get Bianca versus Jade first, though.
Yeah, yeah. Bianca, is she back? She's back, right?
No, not yet.
No,
I think
when she
that
come
I
back,
think at this point they're probably holding her out until the Rumble.
just let her make a. Is she gonna win? Yeah, and she fights Jade at Mania.
Probably. I feel like between now and Mania, Jade's gonna go on this crazy where she's well, like I mean, on SmackDown, you see what she did to Michin after that god awful promo that she decided to cut.
Yeah, Meechin, yeah, she's got to do some more promo work, but
Yeah, we got to work on that a little bit. Love her in the ring. She's good in the
yes,
ring.
yes,
Like,
yes. Yeah, I don't want no smoke with Keith Lee.
not at
So
all.
I'm
Not at
good on
all.
that. But
No
nah.
smoke.
So let me see. I think that was it for SmackDown, wasn't it?
That was really it. Really
Yeah.
uneventful SmackDown.
So let's go ahead and tap into Raw. So like we said, we covered Saturday night's main event. We saw what happened with Cena and Gunther, and the first thing we are presented with is just, and they knew this. They
The
just wanted the
absolute
fans. They wanted the fans' reaction to Gunther off the rip. They wanted to
yeah,
see how much heat that they generated
I
from.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that don't get me wrong. Absolutely nuclear heat.
nuclear heat.
Uh I love the promo he came out.
He didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I love the short and sweet promo. The only thing, and I told you this while we were watching, that I didn't like was the fact that you come out and say, I made John Cena tap out like a little bitch.
And he can't
Like
do nothing.
right, knowing that Cena is not gonna come back and that he's gone. Like that's just I don't like that, but I understand it.
It just generates more heat
Yeah, it just
because
makes the booze in the
yeah,
arena louder.
it generates
That's all
more.
it is.
It generates more heat, and I again, like you said, we understand. We understand it, We don't
Yeah,
like it. We don't
yeah.
like it at all.
I mean, I'm obviously going to be unbiased when I'm reporting something, but I'm also going to give my opinion on said topic as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's like I can't I can't sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, him saying that is the right thing," because it's not. But at the same time, I understand why it was done.
Like, that type of wording is like the bitch word should be like hell for like promo, like before the blow off of a promo. Like or blow off to a feud. I'm sorry, I misspoke. But like them type of feuds, like a punk McIntyre, a punk
Yeah,
Seth, like
yeah.
them type of feuds.
Blood feud.
Yeah, exactly.
A blood feud. Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, when he said that, it's like he's not coming back. There's no follow up. You know you still talking about it ain't gonna make him, show up. So, and normally the part of my brain that went off was just okay. He's gonna call him a B word. He's gonna call him and then he's gonna, all right, Cena's music is gonna hit.
Yeah,
He's gonna
and
come
it's like
out. He's
right,
gonna
and it's
come
like
out. And he's like, nah, he's not gonna come. He's not gonna show up. No, he
and it's
said he
like
wasn't
and
gonna
it's
show up.
like yeah, no, he's not showing up. It's over with.
It's like, so it's
As
like,
much as you
damn.
would like, you would like him to come out, the music to hit, him to run down the ramp, and to give Gunther like
And see, you did your thing. You did your thing. I'm not gonna lie. We're sitting here talking about it, and it's like we breaking it down, and it's like we breaking it down, and we in the fields right now because it's like, all right, bro. He ain't coming back. Everybody in that arena was thinking the same thing. Like, okay, his music's gonna play any second. It's coming, and
yeah,
but
right,
they know that we're thinking that. They
yeah,
know that we're thinking that.
knowing damn well that's not what's coming.
So y'all cooked. Don't get me wrong, y'all cooked, but y'all didn't have to have him tap out to get the same thing. You could have had the same thing happen had Cena just passed out.
That was the correct way to go about it. Just have him pass out.
Then you wouldn't have had the half the booze that you had. You probably would have still had booze because there's gonna be a portion of people that wanted to see
Wanted
Cena
Cena to
win,
win.
and it's like I don't. Again, we discussed it. We don't care that Cena lost. We didn't. I really didn't care either way. If he won, great. If he lost, great. But if he was gonna lose, it just didn't need to be like that.
Passing out was the way to go.
Um.
Told you that from the get go.
So that was the first segment. So it was just the heat from Gunther, and he gets backstage. Adam Pearce tells him basically, "You're done."
And pretty much tells him exactly what we said, that like you go out there and say what you said knowing that he's not gonna come out,
Yep.
and tells him you're done and go find the exit.
He goes out and sees AJ.
Yeah, which makes it seem like that's where the direction Gunther may be heading in next.
And again, it's like nothing against AJ, but that's considering the 2 feats that Gunther has just completed, which he retired Goldberg and he beat Cena in his final match. I think it's a step back if he fights AJ. Nothing against AJ
Yeah,
right now.
it's nothing against AJ. It's just the way AJ's been booked recently.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if
So
AJ would have been booked strong, AJ's a name that you can put on Gunther.
right, but right now it's not. So we talked about in the first episode how we think it's building towards Gunther and Brock. Do you still believe that, or because I'm like I
Has
told
to.
you, I gave you what I thought. I thought he was gonna win the Rumble and then take a title off of somebody at Mania.
I still think it's leading to a Brock match somewhere in the near future.
Do you think he wins a title before the Brock match, or do you think he just doesn't win a championship until he beats Brock, or does he win the title when he beats Brock?
No to the last question.
Okay.
I told you last episode that I think Brock's time winning a title is over with. So him beating Brock wouldn't be for him to win a championship.
Okay.
If everything is leading to Brock, like if that is the ultimate end goal, I say no, he shouldn't win a title because that match one doesn't need a title in it. So then if you have him win the title, you then have to have him lose said title before said match which diminishes him slightly, not much, but slightly.
Or I mean, he could just retain against Brock.
Yeah, I'm not saying have him lose to Brock.
No, no, no.
I'm saying
You're saying have him lose the title before he gets to Brock, and what I'm saying is, or he could have the title when he fights Brock and he beat Brock.
I don't want to see Brock fighting for a title. Like I said, that match doesn't need a title.
It doesn't. No, I'm in total alignment with you on that. It doesn't need a
So
title.
that's why I'm saying he should just not win one right now.
Yeah.
And and like the if like I said, if the ultimate story is to
Get him to
eventually
Brock.
have, which I think the match, I don't know if it's gonna be at Mania.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Are
think
we
I
building
think
to it
they're
at Mania, or is it going to be like next year's SummerSlam?
if it's either Mania or SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is in Minneapolis. So
Oh,
Brock's gonna
it'll
have
probably
some
be a
type of
SummerSlam.
Brock's gonna have some type of big match for that.
It's going to be a SummerSlam.
That's why they're speculating that that could be Brock's retirement match.
Could be.
Could
And
you
then
imagine?
he retires Brock,
Could you
retires
Goldberg,
Goldberg, Cena,
Cena,
and Brock.
Brock within a year? That would, oh my god. Then you really have the next Brock.
Hey, bro, I feel like we just cracked the code, bro. I feel like we really just cracked the code. I feel like that's how it's going to play out. I feel like they don't give him a championship and they just, when they get to Brock,
Payoff. The
yeah,
payoff is retiring Brock.
and then he'll go down in history. He's
Because think
oh
about
my
it. Think about
gosh,
it.
dude.
There's only two people that really, when it comes to Brock, there's only two people that have really have gotten the better of him. Goldberg and Cena. I mean,
Yep.
obviously Triple H has beat him as well,
Mm-hmm.
but but that's before, while Triple H was he wasn't a full-time competitor at that point. But like since Brock has come back in, what was it, 2012? Uh, Cena and Goldberg were the two that were really I mean, and obviously Roman, but Roman's not retiring to to feed the Gunther. So,
No, it's gonna be all the. So I think,
but you get where I'm going with the story, with the poeticness of the story, where Gunther retired the two people that gave Brock fits, and then went on to also retire Brock as well.
mm-hmm. And then after that, he'll start. He's basically gonna be like the legend killer. So
Yeah,
he'll beat Brock, and then when it's time for somebody to retire and they want to have their last match, they'll send Gunther,
AJ.
AJ. He'll end AJ, and then Orton, and then whoever else. Because Orton will be, his whole thing will be, I was the original legend killer. You can't
Yeah,
kill me. Da da da. Okay, send Gunther. I mean, if that's
that
how they're
could
gonna build him, bro.
it could be a wild ride.
Like I said, I feel like we just cracked the code, bro. Let's move on to the other matches on Raw, because Raw was Raw was pretty interesting. It was
It
pretty
was.
interesting. So match two, or no, match one. So we had the opening segment with Gunther. Then we had our first match. So we had Usos versus a New Day. Wow. 44th time they've faced off. It's been 44 times.
Yeah, they said that on tonight's Raw. I
Wow.
thought it was interesting.
That is,
44th time that they were facing off.
man, that's crazy. But they're always good matches.
Yeah, they're always good matches. It's just crazy because it's like you never see, especially in like the tag team division, you never see two teams face off that many times. Like even if you go back to like the Hardys, Edge and Christian and the Dudleys, they didn't face off that many times against each other.
Well,
Because usually, eventually, you're gonna split up,
that's what I was just getting ready to say.
or
WWE has a habit of splitting the team up before they can get to that point.
But the fact is, like the Usos, with how they are, they can go do their own singles thing and always just intertwine right back into the tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it's built in to like for them to intertwine back into the tag team. So it's easy, it's kind of shocking to have two tag teams be around for so long that they can face off. And that doesn't even include like one-on-ones between the teams and everything like that. That's the Usos versus the New Day.
Right. Right. That it's insane to think about how much history that there is there, and how good their chemistry still is, and how good their matches still are, and how they're still able to add different things every time. It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy. So yeah, hats off to them. That's probably that's the best match of the night.
Pro-
Yeah,
Probably.
at least I would say.
Probably.
Yeah.
So it was definitely entertaining.
So all right. So after that, we had Ivy and Maxine Dupree for the what was it for the
The
was it
women's IC
yeah,
title.
the IC title match.
It was. I told you going into the match I was interested in this. I told you going into this match that I was interested to see with all the vignettes that were playing with Maxine, training with Natty in the dungeon. So and this being her first appearance since, I was kind of interested to see how it was gonna go, and I was quickly reminded of why I should temper my expectations.
Yeah, yeah.
That was rough.
So Maxine, bro.
All due respect.
No, bro. I'm not. I don't really have anything. I'm gonna just say the match
Continue to
was
continue to work though.
yeah.
Like
Just continue to get better, continue to improve. But no, that's just where I'm at with that. So next match, um, Raquel and Stephanie. What did you think?
what did I tell you?
What did you tell me, bro?
What did I tell you about Nikki Bella in the last episode? I told you she wasn't gonna let it go, and you were like, "Oh, that was the old Nikki. This is the new Nikki." And
WWE. Stop. Stop. You don't f it up. You f it up.
we don't want to see Nikki Bella at all.
It's not no. It's not that
Have
we
her
don't want to
down in the
see her
mid
at all.
card.
It's not that we don't want to see her at all. It's we don't want to see her
Yeah,
involved in this way.
yeah, you're right. It's not that I don't want to see her at all. Get her involved in the mid card. That's where she needs to be at. She
Bro,
should not be
why
competing.
can't she have the IC title?
Exactly. She should
Maxine
not
Dupree
be.
has the IC title for what?
Nikki should be trying to do things that she's never done before. She's never held the IC title. Okay, let her go do that.
Bro.
Like, she doesn't need. We all know she's not holding the top title.
And it's like like I said last episode, I thought this is her being like, y'all got it. You are a bitter old lady.
Told you. Told you.
All right.
And just
So
ruined a perfectly good match. Like I said, unless he's got like he's probably got a random one on a Raw somewhere. But the last one I can remember is when he was feuding with Dom.
that's insane.
Which, granted, I know he was hurt for a while throughout this year, but still,
I mean, I get it. He knows what his job is. It's to put over
at the age that he is, I get it. But it's like he shouldn't just be a certified jobber. He should. That's a legend. He should be getting some wins. But
um. So what about I think CM Punk's promo was fire.
Braun won in 2011. Punk. That promo was 2011. Punk.
What did he call him, bro? He said so much.
Yeah, I know. He
you
told
got
him.
he got a single digit IQ. He
No,
said
he told him no, it wasn't just single digit IQ. He told him he was gonna rip his eyes out and piss in his single digit IQ brain.
oh yeah. And then he said his dad was stupid.
Yeah, he said his his dumb dad and his dumber uncle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he said they get them all together and Steiner Matt, no matter what kind of Steiner math they pull out, it's still gonna equal GTS equals 1, 2, 3.
Bro. That was yeah. Yeah. Punk always, bro. Every time he's on the mic, bro, you just gotta sit there. You gotta sit there and just drink it all in, bro. Drink it in, man. But yeah,
Might be seeing him soon.
yeah, bro. I hope. I hope we can see Jericho back, bro. I hope.
You just made the list.
Yeah, literally.
Bro,
Literally.
to this day, when I come across the video of it was around Survivor Series and it was like KO, Kevin, Seth, Roman, I can't forget. I can't remember who the fifth person was, but then on the other team it was AJ Styles, Bray. But it was when James Ellsworth was still around, and he was up on
Yeah,
the.
I
And
remember that. Yeah.
he was like, "What?" He said, "What the hell is that?" He was like, "Security, we got a lost child at the ringside." He said, "You're a pretty funny looking guy. You know what we do to funny looking guys over here on huh? Chince McMahon."
Bro, how does it, I'm trying to understand. How did James Ellsworth end up in WWE?
He's a wrestler, bro. I don't know. I don't know exactly,
But go ahead, bro.
but that's no,
Yeah,
that was really it.
that man
He was
Jericho,
like,
bro.
he
That.
called him Chince McMahon.
All right. No. So let's go back. So your theory about theory, he's like it's theory, bro. It's theory. And who is it?
They'll find out soon enough.
Who is
They'll
it?
figure it. They'll figure it out soon enough, man. Well, I will say, I don't understand the unveiling tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of sus.
A little anticlimactic, if you ask me. But I guess what I'm guessing is they're going to use the next few weeks leading into January 5th to tie him into the vision and just be another obstacle that Punk has to get through if he wants to retain his title.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, to me, it's kind of. I'm glad. On
I'm
one
glad it's
hand,
somebody because Theory has the talent. It was never a talent thing when it came to Theory. When they tried to push him before, it was because that was who Vince wanted. So Vince was trying to, having him be under Vince's wing, and they give him the uh money in the bank, and and everybody in the crowd's like he's not ready yet. Like,
mm-hmm. It's like
so it's
I'm
like
happy
he
it's Theory on one hand because Theory gives him something to do. You can repackage him, make him better than he was before, kind of reintroduce him
and
to the audience. But then
yeah,
on the
and
other hand, I'm kind of like, we have to see where this goes and how
I need to
how
see where it's
effective.
going first, because this could be very beneficial for Theory to to be under Paul Heyman, but if it's just gonna lead to like him being a
A
lackey under
lackey,
Braun
yes,
Breaker, what's the point?
that's what I'm saying. And even or worse, if like the theory that we had earlier, where we were talking about Braun's end destination, like or like is he going to like is the vision going to stay as like the unit that it is, right? Is it gonna stay
I
that
don't
way? Is it gonna stay that way long term?
I don't think so. I don't know if it's gonna fully dissolve. I'm not saying, so when I say it's not gonna be in its current form, it's I mean, as like what I touched on about like while we were watching the show, is I think very shortly here we're gonna get to a point where Braun is tired of Logan. So I think Logan isn't gonna be in the vision. I think the vision itself will be here for a little while. At least at the very minimum, they're gonna keep the vision around until Seth gets back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So when he gets
Uh,
back and it dissolves, what
but
happens to Theory and Brunson? I'm not
see,
worried about Braun.
that's the thing, though. I don't think it necessarily dissolves just because they feud with Seth, though. It doesn't need to dissolve because they feud with Seth.
So if let's say
It,
Braun is the world champion, and let's
yeah,
say Theory and Brunson are his left and right hand man, and Paul's still there. Seth comes back, feuds with Braun. They break or they don't break up, but he beats Braun. Okay,
okay.
what what's the
I
reason
don't,
for that faction to still be together at that point?
I don't think when he comes back he's beating Braun. That's the thing.
So okay, so how long is Braun gonna hold it, and at what point
It depends on when Braun wins it.
And at what point is the faction? Because at some point the faction is going to dissolve. It's not going
Well,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
go
Eventually,
on.
it all really depends. If I were to give you a timeline on when it dissolves, I think this time next year, the vision won't be around, like, won't be a thing.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. What is now that we know Theory's in it? What's his exit strategy? Meaning, if Theory's going
It's
to be in the team, how
what
long
you're
is?
hoping, what they're hoping for is to put him with Paul, have him learn under Paul, build himself up, and hopefully by the time that this thing dissolves, he can be a fringe main eventer. And I think they have the same way that you got Bronson there. Bronson is a fringe main eventer. Obviously, you're not going to have like as much impact because you know, Theory's not that kind of wrestler. But it's just the constant beat downs. Like you gotta make him believable. You gotta have him beat down actual believable guys.
Yeah, that's so
Like
yeah.
you can't just bring him in and have him beat up on
Rey Mysterio.
right, Rey Mysterio the whole time and think that that's gonna establish him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you need to have him. That's why you have if you have Braun win the title, obviously, you have Theory there to help Braun in the before he wins the title. Now that you have him unmasked, so now you begin to build him up by how having him beat down on CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Having him mix with CM Punk, and then when he feuds with Seth, and but in the meantime, when you have them like have their one-on-ones, you gotta have them actual win his matches as well. Like you gotta
Yeah, you can't have him
like
lose.
Theory is one of those guys I think that for the WWE could easily flip back and forth between heel and face
Yeah,
and be a big time player
and be
for them
good.
in the
Yes,
future.
yes.
So it right now I think it's just they're trying to focus on building him back up as a character
That
because
he's got a lot of talent, bro.
after
They need to.
after the failed Money in the Bank uh
Yeah,
fiasco,
yeah.
that really dropped him back, and then he never really got his footing back after that.
Nope. And it's sad,
And
like I said,
to be
because
and if we're to be honest, before he went out with injury, he was tagging with Grayson Waller.
mm-hmm.
All right, now he's back from obviously he's been back for a few weeks, since War Games, but officially unmasked today. So as of today, right now, Theory's first night back on Raw, he's already put in a better position than Grayson Waller is.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like Theory has come back and has been thrusted into the main event scene of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I'm still stuck on what's his when it finally is all over,
It could
because I
be
feel
just
like
like
his success is going
it
to
just
be
could be
tied to
like
the group.
every heel faction, and it could end over jealousy.
Yeah,
You could have Braun say win the title from Punk, go on a little run, and lose the title to whoever, whatever face at the time. But then go on, you hold the division together for a little while, and then have say Bronson or Theory win the title, and then that leads to Braun getting because what we're going into is Braun being the leader of this faction, obviously.
yeah,
So like you have him win the title first, hold his authority over the faction while he holds the title, but then he loses it, and that's when things start to kind of slip a little. But then you can have Bronson or Theory, depending on how you build them up within the next, year or so, win the title off of who, sometime after Braun drops it, and then you have a jealousy angle of
and then that's how you get
as a
Theory out.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's really what I was
Like
asking. I
he
just wanted
doesn't
to
even have
know.
to be the main player in the downfall of the Vision for like him to get out pretty unscathed.
Yeah, that's that's really what I was trying to get to. Because you're right. You wanna get him to basically be a main eventer or a fringe main eventer by being with the Vision.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping
That's
to
what you
do.
want. And so, but there needs to be a plan in place that when the time comes that he needs to be a solo star, that, okay, this is how we're going to get to that point. I just want to know if they have thought that through. And I'm sure they probably have.
We're talking about WWE.
I hope they have.
Okay, that's a better reaction.
So I think that's it, right?
I
Is
mean,
that it?
that's about all that we've had to, when it comes to covering what
What happened
has
over the
happened.
weekend? Yeah.
Yeah, what's happened over the weekend and tonight.
All right. So that looks like it's probably going to be a wrap for this week. Man, thank you guys for tapping in, bro. Thank you guys for subscribing, bro. Thank you for all the support you guys have been showing this week.
We very much so appreciate the love.
Yes.
For being a small channel trying to grow, we appreciate everybody's view. We appreciate everybody's comment. We appreciate everybody's subscribe. So please, if you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comment in the comments, and hit the like button for us, man.
Yes, sir. Man, thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll get this edited and up by Wednesday. And that's going to be our schedule going forward. We're going to be doing recordings Monday and then try to get them up by Wednesday for you guys. So yeah, but like I said, thank you guys again, and we'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.